Listening to Jesus when he warns of Satanism is of utmost importance in today's world. In the Bible, Jesus frequently spoke about the dangers of Satan and his kingdom, emphasizing the need for believers to be aware of the enemy's schemes and to stay vigilant in their faith. Jesus' warnings about Satanism serve as a reminder that we are in a spiritual battle and that our enemy is cunning and relentless. One of the primary reasons why listening to Jesus' warnings about Satanism is crucial is that it helps us to understand the nature of our enemy. Satan is often depicted as a fallen angel who rebelled against God and now seeks to destroy humanity. He is a master of deception, using lies and half-truths to lead people away from God and into darkness. By listening to Jesus' teachings, we can gain a deeper understanding of Satan's tactics and be better equipped to resist his attacks. Another reason why Jesus' warnings about Satanism are important is that they remind us of the reality of spiritual warfare. Many people today view the concept of spiritual warfare as mere fantasy or myth, but Jesus' teachings make it clear that this is a very real and present danger. In Ephesians 6:12, the Apostle Paul writes, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This verse highlights the fact that our battle is not against human enemies, but against supernatural forces of evil that seek to destroy us. Jesus' warnings about Satanism also serve as a call to discernment. In a world where false teachings and ideologies are rampant, it is more important than ever to be able to discern truth from error. Jesus warns us about the dangers of false prophets and teachers who will arise and lead people astray. By listening to his warnings, we can develop a discerning spirit that enables us to distinguish between true and false teachings. Furthermore, Jesus' teachings about Satanism emphasize the importance of humility and dependence on God. When we recognize the reality of spiritual warfare and the cunning nature of our enemy, we are forced to confront our own limitations and weaknesses. We realize that we are not strong enough to resist Satan's attacks on our own, and that we need to rely on God's power and protection to overcome them. This humility and dependence on God is essential for our spiritual growth and maturity. In addition, listening to Jesus' warnings about Satanism helps us to understand the importance of putting on the armor of God. In Ephesians 6:13-18, Paul describes the armor of God as including the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. By putting on this armor, we can stand firm against Satan's attacks and resist his attempts to lead us into sin and darkness. Finally, Jesus' warnings about Satanism remind us of the ultimate victory that is ours in Christ. Despite the fact that Satan is a powerful and relentless enemy, we know that he has already been defeated through the death and resurrection of Jesus. As believers, we have the assurance that we will ultimately triumph over Satan and his kingdom, and that we will reign with Christ in the age to come. In conclusion, listening to Jesus when he warns of Satanism is of utmost importance in today's world. By heeding his warnings, we can gain a deeper understanding of the nature of our enemy, the reality of spiritual warfare, and the importance of discernment, humility, and dependence on God. We can also learn how to put on the armor of God and stand firm against Satan's attacks, and we can be reminded of the ultimate victory that is ours in Christ. As we navigate the challenges and dangers of this world, let us heed Jesus' warnings and stay vigilant in our faith, trusting in his power and protection to overcome them.